Welcome back to my kitchens, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Hispanic Heritage Month, week 2. Man, this has been so much fun. I love sharing my culinary heritage with all of you. And today, it's no different. We'll be making atole de elote. Now, I don't know what that translates to English. Elote means corn. It looks like porridge, so we're gonna call it porridge. Corn porridge. Sounds weird, I know. And to be completely honest with you folks, I'm not really a big fan of it either. My brothers and sisters, oof, forget about it. They clean a plate like it's no one's business. But as a home chef, as somebody who'll be cooking for other people, I'm gonna have to make dishes that I probably wouldn't like. But having said all that, let's jump in this kitchen and let's make our porridge. To start, we need some water. First, into the pot we will boil our corn, and then into this bowl of ice. This will be very important later. For now, let's get started on boiling this water and our corn separated. Now that the water is starting to steam, let's add in our corn. Do you guys remember how to drop food into hot liquids? Away from you, correct. Place your corn in, uncovered, and boil for 10 minutes. 10 minutes are up, let's take this corn out of the water and drop it into that ice bath from earlier. This will ensure that the corn will not overcook and cool it down for your next step. Now that the corn has chilled, let's cut them. Run your blade down the corn, avoiding the inner husk. Toss the kernels into a blender and admire that beautiful cut. Continue with the rest of that corn, move on to the next step. Now that we have all the kernels into our blender, let's blend. I'm gonna add a cup of water and turn my blender on until everything is emulsified. Honestly, not too much to this one. Alrighty folks, so this is basically the halfway point. Right now we're just trying to separate the liquids from the solids. And of course, it's gonna be a little difficult. You can use a cheesecloth, for those who know, and the fine sieve like this. The recipe asks you to do it twice. What I'm gonna do is drain as much as I can of this liquid, throw it back in the blender, reblend, and then see what happens after that. But we won't watch all that. Voiceover on will take over after this. Voiceover on, I'm busy here. Can you help them? With all the solids separated, we're gonna pour our corn into this pot on medium heat, and we're going to add 3 cups of milk. Here, we're gonna heat up the mixture until it is warm. Not boiling, nor steaming, just warm. I'm not sure how well you can see this, but at the edge of the mixture, you can see it bubbling a little more. So let's add some more things to this, why don't we? Let's start with a cup of sugar, a teaspoon of vanilla, and a pinch of salt. Bring this mixture to a gentle simmer and move on to our final step. Now after it's heated up some more, we're gonna add a 1/4 cup of cornstarch. Atole is meant to be a bit thick, but as I always say, personal preference. Make sure you break up all the little chunky pieces as you add in this cornstarch. Here I'm gonna switch from a spoon to a whisk to help me break up that starch a little further. Heat for 5 minutes on low heat, then take off immediately. This is a dish best served during those cold winter months. My mother would make this for Thanksgiving and Christmas. And I promise you, my godparents and my aunts and uncles, all from New Jersey, would come to my parents' home just to have atole. Now, as I said, not a fan, but maybe that'll change if I try my own dish. I don't hate it. I just don't like it. Yeah, I'm just not a fan of atole. Sorry, Ma. But before we wrap things up, I want to say a very huge thank you for you watching. You know, I'm very grateful. See, these dishes are from my mother's kitchen. And if just a handful of you watching create these dishes, I know that her legacy will move on and pass on. She's fine, don't worry. I know I'm dressing up as something crazy, but just knowing that my mother's recipe is out there for the world to see brings so much joy to my heart. So, with that being said, thank you guys for watching. See you next time. I think my brother will like this more than me. Or my sister.